Hey Virgo, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the month of October, and of course any other time that you are guided to watch, as the intention of my messages are always to be timeless, and they probably aren't going to resonate right now that you watch them. They'll probably resonate in the future, and this could also be past energy, so keep an open mind with these readings because they're also for the collective, so this entire reading isn't always going to resonate, and if it doesn't resonate at all, check your other placements. Alright, so let's get into the reading. So I'm going to start by pulling a fairy oracle card for you guys. And if I wasn't already clear about it, this is just for you. This is not a love reading. Alright, fairies, what messages do we have for Virgo during this time frame? Virgo during this time frame. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Can you see that? Just want to make sure the lighting. Okay, cool. Ooh, inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Okay, so this is your background energy as it is in the bottom of the deck. But yeah, basically just tap into your inner child right now. You may have been neglecting your inner child right now and, you know, paying attention too much to daily tasks and, you know, just forgetting how much it is to just have fun like a child. Okay, stay safe, but this is... the fairies are calling you to pay attention to your inner child, to pay attention to what it is that makes you happy, you know, and gives you butterflies like when you were a kid. Yeah, you could be neglecting your inner child to the point that you may be feeling like you're getting old. Okay, so old is just a mindset, okay? You can always be young in spirit. So, do something silly, something fun. You may have been neglecting that for a while. Alright, so protection. See if I can fix the lighting. Okay, that's a little better. The fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Okay, so if you are embarking on spiritual work, there are a lot of techniques that you can do to keep yourself safe. So when you're meditating or manifesting or just, you know, tapping into a more 5D activity, there's one trick that you can do that when you are meditating, you can imagine yourself in a golden cloak, and the golden cloak is supposed to be your shield. And I feel like this also, because it has a lot of, you know, fairies here, and they're trying to protect you. This is also about just protecting yourself and your thoughts and who you hang out with. Make sure that you protect your dreams and you're not sharing that information with everyone. And if you are going to dive into spiritual work, to not just dive into it and not know that there's, you know, precautions to be taken. 100%, definitely. You know, get into crystals. You know, just don't dive into it without protection. Really do heed with caution, because you can open portals to things that you don't want to be opening portals to. Alright, and this could also be like surrounding yourself with friends who are going to protect you also, because if you don't have that, then you're not going to feel protected. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to do a mini Celtic cross for you guys, and that's basically the first 6 cards of the Celtic. That'll be yourself, obstacle, past, present, and future, and lessons being learned. And I feel like that'll be enough to just give you a snapshot of what's going on in your life right now. Also, if you do see like cards when I'm shuffling and you kind of see a sneak peek of that, you can also take those cards as little messages for yourself as they are appearing for a reason. Okay, yeah, so like when they pop up like that, just things like that. They'll make sense in the reading once the reading is going. Okay, let me just make sure this is all in order. Alright, Spirit, what messages do we have for Virgo and the collective during this time frame? What is Virgo's self? The moon. That's Neptune energy, Pisces, and Cancer also. I feel like they're the most intuitive signs. Okay, their obstacle. I think that was the one that wanted to come out earlier. You see what I'm saying? The cards come out. They peek and then they come out. All right, we have 9 of lasers. This is 9 of swords as your blockage. Virgo's past. I want flying. Lieutenant of Comets. This is Knight of Cups. Virgo's present energy. King of Planets. This is the King of Pentacles. Taurus energy. Future energy for Virgo. The High Priest. And it came out in the reverse, so I will take it. I'll tell you both messages and then you take it as it resonates. And their lessons being learned. Okay, we have 2 cards coming out. Okay, I'll take them. We'll see how that goes. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have Judgment. This is Pluto energy. So in the background energy, your past, this could have been a sort of wake-up moment that you had, this wake-up call, and you just started realizing what you have to do in your life in order to take the necessary steps for a better future. Okay, you see how they're walking together into this Judgment Day. This is basically you recognizing why you do what you do. Whether you were happy with what you do, you were proud of yourself, and if you weren't happy with what you were doing, you gave yourself that sort of judgment and you used your better judgment to tell yourself like, okay, cut the bullshit, it's time to move on to something better, like better. Okay, so you have this in your background energy. Okay, so your self right now is the moon. So this is Neptune energy, this is Pisces, Cancer. And right now you're basically a mystery, okay? You're not revealing everything that it is that you're feeling or wanting. You could be having a sort of what if moment about your life, okay? Just kind of dreaming and fantasizing, wondering what life is going to be like in the future. This is kind of calling you to get a little bit grounded, to come back to the surface, because you don't always want to be up in the clouds all the time. Alright, so let's get some clarification as to why you're feeling the moon energy as yourself right now. Because the moon can be anything. It's like, okay, you're hiding something, or you're being a mystery to something. But what is it? Why is the moon here for Virgo? We have the 9 of Wands. sorry. We have the Nine of Wands. This is fire sign energy. I believe it's Sagittarius energy specifically. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're basically hiding that you're fighting for something here, how you're really feeling. You have this passionate energy about something. You know, you're kind of on the watch here, on the fence. You're on the defense, sorry. Okay, this is all about going through challenges, and just because of that, you continue to have your guard up. Okay, so it could have to do with this sort of love offer over here with the Page of Cups. It could be that you want this love offer, you want to present it, but because you have your guard up so high, you're unable to fully express how you feel. Because right under the Page of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, and this is indecision about something. So it could be you going back and forth with this sort of energy, like, should I have my guard up, or should I put my guard down? Okay, there's just sort of back and forth energy with that. All right, because as your obstacle, we have the Nine of Swords, which is Gemini energy, and this is just a very overthinking mindset. This is being in your head, but causing distress in your head entirely by yourself. Okay, this is not really talking to people to try and get answers. This is just you in a mindfuck state. Okay, this card is of anxiety and grief. So with it coming out in the reverse, it could be that you're not allowing yourself to end this mindset. Okay, you could be in that mindset for too long. Because if it's coming on in the reverse, it means that it's the end of this sort of anxiety and grief. But if that's coming up as your obstacle, it's because you don't allow yourself to finish that negative mindset that you're in. Okay, because you have your defense is up, and you're not willing to share exactly what you're feeling. Okay, the moon is also about like fear and paranoia, and that could make you feel like you're on your defense about your fear and paranoia and trying to be protective about it. But with the Nine of Swords here, it's like you're not giving up. You're not letting anybody get through to how you really feel. You've created so much chaos in your mind, and you're just keeping it to yourself. You're not letting out a word, and you feel like you can't really share it with anybody. At least for now, okay? It's like you want to open up your heart, but barely, not so much. The Page of Cups is like a baby offer. It's like a start. It's in the right direction, but with the Two of Swords coming right under it, it's like you're still undecided about it. Okay. I feel like you want to open up your heart, but maybe you may be waiting for someone else to do that for you. Like you may be waiting for someone to like break down your walls. And until that happens, you're not going to open up your heart. Like you may be wanting someone to fight for you. Okay, so your past energy is the Knight of Cups. This is water sign energy. So in the past, you may have been wearing your heart on your sleeve. I always say that about the Knight of Cups because the Knight of Cups is someone who's just in a really dreamy state. They'll have crushes on anyone. Like they'll have a new crush every day, okay? So I personally wouldn't trust the Knight of Cups unless you're going to come to me with a steady offer. So in the past, you may have been in a sort of dreamy state, kind of just, you know, feeling hopelessly romantic about the future, not really caring what happens, kind of being a little bit impulsive in that, a little bit naive. Okay, let's get some clarification. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Virgo's past energy? I feel like because you wore your heart on your sleeve like that, now you're feeling like, why did I do that? Okay, yeah. See, we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so in the past, you may have been waiting for this love offer, or you're the one giving the love offer, but it's a hopeful energy is what I'm getting, okay? Like in the past, you had this hopeful energy about love, about planting a new seed with someone. Okay, and then with the Two of Wands, that's you sort of manifesting a new life. You see how she's looking at like a little globe? It's you wanting a new path, and it could be with this Ace of Cups and this Knight of Cups energy here. And it's you kind of dreaming about love. And in this dream, in turn, causes you to be more practical, because you're thinking, okay, I can't just follow my heart, I have to also be practical about it. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles as your current energy. So right now, you're trying to get your shit together. You're realizing that you need something stable, that you don't want just a Knight of Cups, okay? That could have been you in the past, this Knight of Cups energy, and now you kind of leveled up to the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is a much better energy than the Knight of Cups. The King of Pentacles is more serious about stability. They are very slow-moving nature. They're the slowest of all the kings, but they're worth waiting for. And whether you're waiting for your King of Planets or you are exuding the King of Planets, regardless of gender, you're just realizing what you want out of life. You want something serious. You want a foundation. And you want to share that with somebody. And you may be feeling a little exasperated here that perhaps you're not being met 100%. Like, if you're exuding the King of Planets energy, but you may be feeling like someone isn't doing that with you, that could be causing you to fall into this sort of state here. What can you tell me about the King of Planets for Virgo's present energy? That's like a whole flip over there. Okay. Alrighty. So we have Justice, Libra energy. Yeah, so you want your justice here with whatever sort of mindfuck you're having. Whatever secrets need to be revealed. You may be fighting for secrets to be revealed, and because they're not being revealed over here, you could be falling into this sort of state of anxiety and grief. But you're working towards your King of Planets, and that's you seeking your justice. Okay, you're hoping for the right thing here. You're knowing that the universe is just going to bring you justice. You don't really have to do anything. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I feel like you're just going to do your thing, and then justice is going to be served because you're just focusing on yourself. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands, which is fire sign energy. So this could be that you've gained the confidence within yourself. You are trying to, at least, okay? If you're in the moon energy, this could be how you feel internally, but externally you're giving out this sort of confident demeanor, this King of Pentacles demeanor. But I think that's the best thing you can do in this situation. Okay, because then right under that we have the Chariot, and then the Magician, and the King of Cups, and the Hierophant. So, yeah, there's a lot of good energy surrounding you regardless. Okay? This could be an obstacle that you're failing to realize all that you have here. Okay, these are awesome cards. Okay. And it could be that could be the justice that's being brought to you, is you finally recognizing who you are. When you get caught up in this, you kind of forget who you are. But now you're learning to tap more into your confidence. Go after what you want, regardless of how hard the challenges may feel. Alright, so your future energy is the High Priest. This is Taurus energy again. So a lot of earth sign energy. Well, actually, not really. No, you have a good mix of everything. So the High Priest is all about commitment. It's about marriage. It's about having high morals, high values. It's about being traditional. Okay, so in the future, you want the real deal. You want serious business. Whether that's just you could be wanting to level up from the King of Pentacles to the High Priest. Okay, and you know, through this Justice here, that could be when, you know, even with Judgment over here, that could be like you continuously going through hurdle after hurdle and gaining new insight, new clarity, new experiences, newfound knowledge through all this turmoil that you've gone through. And with the High Priest here, that's you tapping into that power. Okay, you see he holds the key to life, and each bead that he has here, this is the conscious, subconscious, and super subconscious. So this is just in yourself knowing that you have the answers, but you had to go through like your transitions here, right? And it was in the reverse. So when that comes out in the reverse, this won't resonate with everyone, but that could just mean that in the future, you may not have the commitment that you want. You could be putting in all this effort for yourself, which is awesome, but I think perhaps the person that you're expecting it from isn't going to give it to you necessarily in the way that you want it. Okay, but I'm going to pull a clarification card for you guys just to see what other messages are there. But it could go either or. It could be you leveling up. It could be you finding your High Priest in your life, again, regardless of gender. And then also with it in the reverse, it's that you don't receive the commitment that you're looking for. We can talk about the High Priest here as the future. Five of Wands. Okay, with the Fool. Alright, so the Five of Wands is a sort of necessary conflict in your life. Okay, it's a sort of, it could be an argument. So if it's in the reverse, it could be that there's this sort of argument that's going to happen in the future that's going to cause this sort of like tower moment here, because if the High Priest comes out in the reverse, it's because someone doesn't want to be serious about a connection, about, you know, it doesn't have to be about love, just anything. It could be platonic, it could be with family, it doesn't have to be with a romantic partner, but there's going to be this sort of tension, competition also. Okay, because, you know, there's 5 girls here in this picture. So this just means that there's also competition in whatever it is that you are seeking out to do. Okay, and then we have the Fool over here. Oh, and then the King of Pentacles is popping up, and the High Priestess. Okay. So, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. So the Fool is taking a risk. Okay, so this could be you taking a risk regardless. It could be taking a risk with this commitment here, with this new foundation in your life. The High Priest could just be with you sort of making a serious decision in your life. Again, it does not have to be romantic. Just be a serious decision in your life that you're trying to make. But if there's this sort of competition or conflict, it could cause it to not happen. Okay, take it as it resonates. But regardless, you're going to take that risk. You're taking that risk regardless if there's a sort of tension, competition, does not matter. You're going to take the risk because you're feeling confident in yourself. You're feeling confident in your King of Pentacles abilities. And you're trusting your intuition to do that, okay, with the High Priestess. Alright, High Priestess and High Priest are a true pair. So that's great. It could be that you are going to be receiving the commitment that you want to. Okay? And you're just feeling confident about it. Like, this card means nothing if it's surrounded by the High Priest, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, but there is sort of risk that's going to be taken here, and you're going to feel confident about it. And there is going to be a sort of competition or tension here, okay? Your lessons being learned are the Ten of Cups and the Hermit. And I think they also came out in the reverse too, so I'll read it both ways. So the Ten of Cups is about a wish fulfillment. So this could be the entire thing that you're wishing for here. And you may be learning that you can't always have your wish fulfillment right away. You may have to be doing some inner work first with the Hermit. That's all about inner work. Okay, this is about kind of shunning yourself away from the world to receive enlightenment. And with the Ten of Cups, it's kind of like you can't have that yet until you tap into yourself. And then with it being in the reverse, it could just mean that because you've been in hermit mode for too long, you may be failing to realize that you have a wish fulfillment to go after. Okay, and I think you could be learning that because Nine of Lasers is definitely like the Hermit in the reverse, where they're overthinking. This is hella overthinking. Okay, so you could be blocking your own Ten of Cups here by overthinking and being defensive. Okay, your sort of fears and paranoias here are not letting you see that you have something really beautiful here. And this could be also you kind of having a conflict within yourself, like an inner struggle with yourself, going back and forth with your King of Pentacles confidence, and then going back to your fears and paranoias, and then just you going back and forth all the time. It's like you want to tap into this energy, but then something happens. Okay. And your lesson being learned is that you may be realizing that you block your own blessings by going into hermit mode for too long. Okay. It's like you've spent so much time alone that you're not even thinking straight. All right, let's just pull a card for the Hermit and Ten of Comets. What can you talk about the Hermit and Ten of Cups? Went flying over there. All right, and there's Sun at the bottom of the deck. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords again. Yeah, so you are blocking your Ten of Cups by overthinking. Yeah, and your happiness too. And the stars, with it being in the reverse, it's that you're not allowing yourself the healing that you need. Eight of Swords again. Okay, Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords go hand in hand. Alright, so you are kind of blocking your happiness here, Virgo. Yeah. There's a sort of inner struggle that you have to fight through. And I think that's why, you see how very similar they are, the Five of Wands and how they look right here? It's similar, okay? It's just, make sure you're surrounding yourself with healthy connections so that you're not constantly fighting with people about what your standards are, okay? The High Priest is also about high standards. And if you're not being surrounded by people who agree with that, then you could be in a constant battle with them. All right, and then with the inner child here, I feel like, yeah, you need to step more into what makes you happy on the inside instead of overthinking. Try to take life like a bit less serious. All right, Virgo, so that's what I have for you. I'm just going to finish it off with the Sufi Wisdom Oracle card for you. I'm going to put that there so you can continue seeing it. All right, what messages do we have for Virgo during this time frame? Determination. Oh. Determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. Yeah, and I think that's what you're learning, to just stick to what you're going after. Because you have big dreams, you have big goals. With the King of Pentacles and Justice and the High Priest, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, okay? The Sun, like, you know what to go after. You know what is your happiness. So just stick to it. As soon as you start to stray away from your path, you lose your fortune. So stick to your path. No matter how long it may feel like it's going to take. The King of Pentacles is all about patience, so you may be knowing that too. King of Pentacles definitely knows about determination. So this could just be a confirmation about what you already know. And then at the bottom of the deck we have time to play. Make time to oh my god. Make time to dance and play. Yeah, this is totally the same message. Okay? You're being asked to play twice. Stop taking life so seriously. Stop taking work so seriously, okay? Learn how to mix work and play. Life doesn't always have to be about work. I feel like Virgos are really tense right now. You guys may be holding in a lot of tension that you don't need to, so just release it and have fun. If you have kids, play with your kids. They need it. Dance, play music. Act stupid, who cares, you know? It doesn't matter, we don't always have to look perfect. Alright, and lastly, before I forget, because I forgot to do this for Leo, it's going to give you the mantra for determination, just to give yourself a positive affirmation as you undergo this season that we are approaching. New chapters in life, what have you. Take it as it resonates. If I can find it. Oh my god. Okay, it has to be after this one. Here we go. Okay. I'm determined to persevere and live my life filled with trust, patience, determination, and tender affection. So be it. Yeah, for sure. I feel like you're missing out. You're not missing out, but you're missing on tender affection, and that's kind of why you're in this sort of Nine of Swords energy. Okay? Be nice to yourself, Virgo. Don't overthink yourself into oblivion. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please support me by liking, subscribing, and sharing. And do look at my description box for any other info that you may be questioning about. I do personal readings, and all my social media is on there. Reach out to me on there. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.